Steve's movie quiz, Scotland, and game shows this week on Jim Joe Steve Show.
Here's a story about 20 years ago. 3 bros who grew up in Baltimore to the beach show. Every summer they had to go before they got married with kids. Now they all grown. Long trips to New York and Toronto. Playing beer pong with Captain Morgan's free throws. And if you don't know, now you know. Coming in hot, Jim Joe Steve Show.
Hello and welcome back to another episode of Jim Joe Steve Show, where me and my friends are doing our best to put a smile on your face. My name's Joe.
That's so nice. My name's Steve.
I'm Jim, and Joe is running out of shit to say on his openings.
We're going to have to start writing the shit down for something.
If it's not going to be funny, it's going to be happy.
Well, here we go.
All right, well, I'm fine with that. Well,
how's everybody doing?
I'm good. How are
I
you?
haven't seen you guys in a while.
I'm good.
I'm delightful.
Yeah.
Don't I always say that?
You do always say
I do
that.
always say that.
You always say that. Jim, you look like you're running a little low on moats today.
Like emotes?
No, like
boat mode? I mean, no,
Like
boat mode.
like a moat around a house.
That's
No.
what I was trying to think of.
no, like the incremental units of motivation.
What?
Moats.
Is
That
that
sounds like
thing?
a corporate thing. Did you learn that at work?
Is that
I
a
mean-
gem going the extra mile?
No. I mean, I did learn that at work, but just from my buddy. Like, he and I,
Talk about modes.
And you
Talk
say that
about
to
moats.
people who what?
Just Brian. Just
No,
my
no,
buddy
no.
Brian.
But what?
He didn't understand your
What is
question.
the purpose that you would say that to someone?
Running low on moats. Need to leave work today.
And moats is what?
An incremental unit of motivation to continue doing your job
Okay.
or doing anything.
All right.
You're doing that. What's it? Not coasting. What's the thing now? Where
Oh,
people-
quiet quitting?
Quiet quitting.
quitting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You need lots of moats,
Oh.
or you're gonna be quiet quitting.
Bankrupt on moats if you're quiet quitting.
God, I hate everything about that fucking sentence. It's so stupid. So, you guys, I got something.
Ooh,
Oh.
what you got?
Um,
What's
so
in
we
the
talked about
box?
the
I was
other
going to
week,
say that.
and
I
it
knew I
has to
felt
do with quotes from movies.
Oh, do we have a game?
we're gonna have
Does the intern need game show music?
yeah, sure. Let's do it.
Ooh,
All right.
Perfect.
excellent.
So, since we've done the movie quiz game before, but I talked about it a couple weeks ago, and this is Jim. You were going to guess whether or not Joe knows the quote.
Oh, I like it.
Okay.
I like
All right.
it.
So, to do it, and because it's football season, people love to gamble, we got to set the line. So,
how many questions?
how
you
many
got?
questions? I'll do 10.
Let's do 40.
Let's do one a minute.
Okay, 10. All right.
I mean, we can go. Now set the line. How many will Joe get?
You're gonna say a quote,
I'm going to say a quote.
and then I'm just gonna guess whether or not Joe knows
Yes or
the
no?
movie of it. Like what?
Yes, he's got to know the movie.
Have they all been popular movies?
Yes.
Okay.
The line's got to be 5.
He's going to get 50%.
I'm going over.
And
I'm taking the over.
And I will do a final answer. So So I'm going to try to maybe sway you.
Okay.
Oh,
you're going to try to sway my decision.
You're going to say it, and I'm going to.
Oh,
and
okay.
I'm gonna,
You're going to Regis Philbin me?
And then yes,
My
so-
grandfather went to high school with Regis Philbin.
Is he lying?
Hey, is that Regis Philbin? What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm sure he said that all the time.
As like Lee Corso.
God.
Was it like Kathy?
Win for the chicken. Do you ever see that?
Yes. All right. So I'll start off with a sample one.
This
All
one
right?
does not count.
This
Does
one
not
does
count.
not. This one does not count.
Oh,
All
are you
right?
going to try to impersonate like the voice or accent?
I'll
of
do.
said-
I'll do a little bit of
right,
that.
We have some pretty intelligent listeners. What would be the over-under for some of our listeners? Do we think our listeners will get more than Joe or less than Joe?
I think they would all get more than Joe.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
I don't know. I know.
So
some of our listeners-
here's a sample one. So just so you can get an idea. Hasta la vista, baby.
Terminator.
Well, I didn't get to say.
Yeah. So
Oh,
don't-
shit. Okay.
Don't blow your load that fast.
Okay.
Let it-
So Jim, I have a feeling Jim will know just by the faces I'm making.
So don't make a face.
Okay. Will I get it or not, Jim?
Yes.
All right. So
But what's the character's name?
Terminator.
All right.
Like,
I don't know. I'm just saying. All right.
So I'm going to be a stickler.
okay. Oh, it's Terminator 2.
Okay. Incorrect. It's Terminator 2 Judgment Day.
Yes, I like it. I like that.
You know, I've never actually seen the first Terminator.
Really?
Yeah, I've only
so
seen
you only-
Terminator 2.
All right.
That's a weird thing to only have seen the sequel.
When the first one came out, I was like super young, and when the second one came out, it was like kind of in the age when that movie was getting popular.
All right. Ready? First
All right, let's
one.
start this.
First one. Ready?
All right, let's go.
Inconceivable.
No.
Inconceivable.
I feel like it's like Rick Moranis saying that or something, but no, I have no idea what that is.
Do you know, Jim?
Nope.
The Princess Bride.
Oh, is it that nerdy guy that's
Yes.
saying it? Oh, the
And
guy
then
from
With the beady
from
eyes.
Clueless.
And he's bald-headed.
Yeah.
And he dies.
Oh, yeah.
That. So, over one. All right.
At least I got like a nerdy kind of character.
I know. I'm just jumping around to these. All right.
Let's try to go for more than one word lines.
No, I like that.
But I tried to read it like how the guy did it.
Okay.
So, all right. You can't handle the truth.
Oh, Few Good Men.
Yes.
One of my
moved it down.
favorite movies of all time.
Can't do the rules right.
Oh shit.
He gets so excited every single time. So Jim's 2 for 2. you're 1 for 2.
Okay.
All right. I want to do I'll be back. Would you have gotten that one?
Terminator.
Yeah. All right, ready? All right, this is the next one. It's alive. It's alive.
I do know that.
He won't.
Yes. Yes, he will know that one.
Now,
I thought that was part of the thing because I didn't say what the movie was.
he's just going to guess.
Before I do anything.
Yes.
So I'm staying. So why do you keep looking at me? Look at him.
'Cause
I
I'm
feel like
trying to-
I've got to say something first.
When there's eyes on me, I need to talk.
So, all right. Because Jim is just going straight off of the quote.
Okay.
All right.
And how much I know you, whether I think you know it or not.
Okay.
Yeah, his Papa friendship levels. He's using that to determine whether or not you know the.
But I haven't given the answer yet, so I might not know it.
I said he will know it.
Okay.
All right. What movie do you think it is?
Frankenstein.
Now, I will say it is a monster movie.
Is it not Frankenstein? Frankenstein's monster? Isn't the movie called Frankenstein?
Watch him squirm.
I don't know. I mean,
Oh, yes.
it's a monster movie.
You're messing with me. Yes, it's Frankenstein.
You are correct. It is Frankenstein. I'm the king of the world.
Yes.
Titanic.
There you go. All right. I mean, he's doing better than I thought.
You gotta ramp these up.
I know. I gotta get something ready.
Mm-hmm.
That'll do, pig. That'll do.
Yes.
Is that Babe?
You're right. It is, babe.
I could read him like a book.
All right. As if
Oh, I know that one, but Joe might have been too young for that.
Jim is trying to look at Joe's face, but Joe's hiding his face so that Jim.
He doesn't know it.
Clueless.
God damn it.
I mentioned Clueless just a minute ago. That's the guy that said inconceivable. He
You
was
know
in
what?
Clueless.
Didn't pay attention that
yeah.
he did do that.
Yeah. Damn it.
That's so stupid. Why would I do that one? What's the score?
Oh, I'm crushing
You
it.
are
I think I've got
crushing
like one wrong.
I got one wrong.
All right, ready? I'll have what she's having.
Fault. He doesn't know it.
When Harry Met Sally.
He's right.
Damn it.
I'm not even trying to change him because I'm shocked he knew that one.
And you know what? I've never seen that movie. I just know that's a famous quote from that movie.
What in the orgasm scene?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. That wasn't easy. I mean, I knew what movie that was, but
All right, ready? Hold on. Keep your friends close, but your enemies closer.
no, he doesn't know that one.
No idea.
You sure that's your final answer? That would be The Godfather Part 2.
Really?
Yes.
Huh.
I mean, that saying's been, just passed around.
Totally.
Like,
It's a 3.5 hour movie. There's a lot of things. in that
Joe
movie.
fell asleep way before
God,
that.
have you ever watched that all the way?
Oh yeah. You know what? One time, this back when I lived with you, there's a movie. De Niro was in it. Scorsese directed it. It was called Once Upon a Time in America, and it's like 4+ hours long.
Yeah.
And I remember getting the DVD, and I was super pumped to watch it. But I was like, I'm watching this thing in 2 sittings. There's no way I could watch a 4-hour movie. And I watched the entire thing, and it was awesome. It is a crazy long movie, though.
Huh, no, never. No.
That was right after. Was that early? I don't know.
It was around Godfather time.
All right. Joe's kind of crushing this. My precious.
No, he doesn't know it.
So it's a Lord of the Rings movie. I don't know which one, though.
You can say 1, 2, or 3.
1.
God, incorrect, but I mean, it's a Lord of the Rings movie.
I'd give him that.
I'd give him that one.
It's that little gargoyle guy that says
It is the little gargoyle guy. How about this one? Guaranteed you don't get this one right.
Okay.
You is kind. You is smart. You is important.
I'm good enough. I'm smart enough. And doggone it, people like me.
I'm saying he does know that.
I have no idea what it is. I was just quoting Stuart Smalley.
It's The Help.
Oh, yeah, I've never seen that movie.
Why?
'Cause it just doesn't seem like the kind of movie I'd be interested in.
Yeah, I've never seen it either.
I heard it was pretty good.
Oh, you're giving me quotes of movies that you've never seen?
Yeah, I'd never seen that movie. That was. I knew you weren't going to know that one. It's too. Some of these are like this one. Roads.
Where we're going, we don't. I mean, from the best trilogy of all time.
Everybody has heard that. It's only been said in one movie.
Right.
What about Nobody Puts Baby in a Corner?
Dirty Dancing.
Yeah. I didn't do any
Another
of them.
movie that I've never seen.
You Had Me at Hello.
Oh man, Jerry Maguire.
Yeah.
Another movie that I've never seen.
So Joe actually crushed this game. I was so
Yeah.
surprised. I didn't think he was going to do it.
He would have beat me if we were going toe to
Really?
toe. Yeah. There's some of those that I would.
They may take our lives, but they'll never take our freedom. Here, I'll try to. You may say it like the person.
Yeah.
In the movie.
They may take our lives. Oh, is it Braveheart?
Yeah. God, my Scottish accent. It was on point.
Scotland.
I've explained that to my wife,
Like falling into tables.
and it is just it doesn't translate to the story.
Just,
I mean, should we say it? What?
Yeah, absolutely.
In our road trip when we were in Canada, we found a place to go out and drink. It was this bar, and there was like this fashion show going on.
It was a
top floor.
Tuesday night too,
Yeah.
so it was just a random night.
A bathing suit fashion show, and it was like 50 degrees out.
We decided that we were going to go to we were like, we're just going to go wherever we hear the loudest music.
Right.
Yep.
And we
And
just
we were
start
walking down the street.
And
Yeah.
we were just walking down the street.
And then we find this bar, a row house kind of city, like big bar. And we walk in, and it was like there's music and there's people, but it's empty. And we're like, what the fuck? And then we like go upstairs, nobody's still. We go upstairs again to the rooftop deck, and it was like a bunch of people up there on like a catwalk.
Yes.
And I will say that everything was in white. Like they had umbrellas that were open up.
it was like pseudo fancy-ish.
Yes, and then there are 4 guys who are just wearing t-shirts. We were so underdressed.
Yeah.
It is crazy crowded when we get to the rooftop, and we do not fit into this place because it's very. I mean,
It was a fashion
we
show.
talked. We in the early parts of this podcast, we talked about fashion a lot, but
This is a high fashion place.
this is a
like,
high. Yes,
like artists.
Yeah.
yes, and it was a bathing suit, and like they were like Joe was saying, it was very cold.
Yeah.
And people were just walking around in their bathing suits to show off. I'd always like, man, that guy's got a lot of abs. Abs. We go try to get a drink. They don't want to serve us or whatever. So we just kept, they kept, the bartenders just kept walking by us, and we were sitting there. And a guy next to us was like, do you guys need a drink? And we were like, yeah.
Oh,
And
yeah.
He was like, well, let me get you around. and he ordered.
Was that the guy that was like rolling a joint?
Maybe, I don't know. He buys us all a drink. And then we're like, oh, man, thanks so much for the drink. And he says, yeah, no problem. Now get the fuck away from me.
Oh, I do remember that. Yes.
Yeah, because he just didn't want
Yes.
he didn't want us to be around him.
I do remember that. No, that was a different guy.
And I will say, this isn't one of my, like, crowning moments. But I noticed that everyone would just carry around a drink and never take a sip out of it. They were just holding the drink to hold the drink. So anytime they sat the drink down, I would take it. I did it so many times.
That's
because I was
awesome.
just like, they're not drinking these drinks.
You know, looking back on it, it was probably like an invite-only event that had started like a half hour before we got there.
And they just stopped checking
so, like,
people?
Yeah, security wasn't there anymore. Yeah, we were just like,
we
hey,
just
where's the
wandered up
party?
there like, hey.
But anyway, back to how this whole thing started was there was these two Scottish guys there that were annihilated.
But we kind of teamed up with them
totally.
because they were
wearing
outcasts.
T-shirts and jeans.
Right.
Yes, they were dressed like us.
They were very drunk.
They were typically what you would think of a person from Scotland, and they'd be a drunk, and they were just and we were talking to them, and they were very hard to understand.
Oh,
You had to pay attention.
You had to really pay attention.
Their
And then
accent was very thick.
And then when you didn't understand what they were saying, do you remember what we were talking
Just
about?
laugh? Oh no, I don't know.
We'd be like, yeah, Braveheart, and he'd be like, oh yeah, Braveheart, Scotland. After the show, all the models are standing around. Jim, I think it was just you and I. We're sitting there. Jim and I are just talking, and we see they were like packing up the umbrellas or whatever to leave. And one of the models is standing there talking to a guy, and then Jim and I look and see this umbrella just like waving back and forth, and we're like, that shit's gonna fall. And it falls and smacks the model in her face. and it's pandemonium because this girl gets hit. Everyone's trying to fucking figure out what's going on, and people are running around like
they're like
how does
running
this girl-
over to like
to help her,
events.
and they're just like trying to figure out what to happen. And Jim and I are like, how the fuck did that thing fall over? And then all of a sudden you see like hands like inside the umbrella come out, and it moves, and it's the Scottish guy, and he just looks at Jim and I and is like, Scotland! He broke this girl's nose.
I remember the next day we woke up, turned on ESPN, and they had the Not Top 10 on, and the American League or baseball had just started doing interleague play. And so when American League pitchers were going to National League ballparks, they had to bat. And the not top 10 that week was the not top 10 of American League pitchers batting. And the number one clip was a pitcher standing in the back corner of the batter's box, shaking so hard that he's just standing there, and his helmet just pops off the top of his head because he's like so scared to bat.
And they just threw 3 straight strikes at
Just
him.
three balls down the middle, and he just walked away, just left the batter's box. And we thought it was the funniest thing in the world. In fact, I think we waited for because ESPN used to loop it for a couple hours. We couldn't remember who it is. I mean, and multiple of the individual clips were super funny. And I found, years later, I went back in our emails, figured out the exact week that we went on that trip, the exact day of that not top 10, and I emailed ESPN and said, you guys ran this. Do you have scoured YouTube and the internet? I'm trying to find this set of not top 10. Is there any way you could email it to me or point me in the direction of where it is? And I got this generic, we don't send out our content or anything like that. I'm like, God damn it. It was so funny.
Do you remember it? It was because I don't know if we said that we were in Toronto at the time for this, but do you remember the pitcher that made us laugh the most?
Was it Bart Colon?
Yes, it was Bartolo Colon. Someone pitched him pitched on the inside to him, so it almost hit him. And remember, he was shaking. He would just start shaking, and it was the momentum he kept going with his hat falling off and everything. God, it is. No one right now listening thinks it's funny, but is still the funniest fucking thing. That not top 10. It was the greatest thing.
It was so good. It was so good.
I think that was the best guy trip we had.
That was it was definitely the best.
If we
guy
could
trip.
do one obscure guy trip, where would you want to? Where would you go? If we could resurrect the guy trip and go somewhere,
and time, like, and money doesn't, like,
yes,
nothing
it could be
matters. Like, just
it could be
whatever.
whatever you want.
I mean,
Where would you want to go?
I mean, if time and money are actually not an issue, like I'd want to go to like Fiji or Maldives.
But that you would want to do that with the guys.
Would you call it the Maldives? I always call it the Maldives.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I said Micah, and apparently it's Mika.
What,
that musician?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I don't. Oh, so okay. Well, I mean, I feel like a golf trip is not like an out of the box. Like, I'd love to go to like Bandon Dunes, or I would love to do like a golf road trip through like England and Scotland.
I mean,
and
what
Ireland.
just ended was Burning Man, and I always thought
Burning Man
that
would be
would be
cool.
like.
I feel like I've kind of aged out of what I would have to go through to enjoy Burning Man.
That's very true, but
That's a good answer, because I've always wanted to see what Burning
the
Man
insanity
is like.
of Burning Man. Yeah.
My older sister, she went to Burning Man.
Oh, yeah?
Really?
Yeah. I wonder if she would. Holly, I wonder if you will come on and tell us about Burning Man.
Oh, that'd be cool.
I'm sure if you go to Burning Man, I feel
You can
like
speak in hypotheticals.
you have crazy stories
Yeah.
because there's so much shit that goes on there.
I
There's
saw
no laws. I mean, it's
to
like,
get out of it now.
Oh,
Did you see the thing? It takes 10 hours to get the road.
I would just
the
stay
road
an extra
out.
day.
like
Yeah.
because of the traffic?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
because of
really?
Traffic. I saw
Because
a
it's
guy,
gotten so big.
a guy just went up and tried to just. They have a private. Burning Man has its own airport now, that rich people can go to.
Oh yeah, it's funny. I was just gonna say, like, if money's not an issue, I'm taking a helicopter to Burning
Yeah.
Man.
So there is ways to get out of it, but I think you gotta. Yeah, I guess if money's no issue, then you would do that. But I was just thinking more of like the fact that you just experience it. But
Yeah.
Burning Man, that's actually a really good answer.
Like I feel like a realistic trip, like I would love to jump in an RV and just do like a multi-week tour of the
Yep,
US.
I would. That's on my list.
Yeah.
To do that.
Yeah. Like I would love to do that. Like, of course I would like to do something like that with you guys, but I'd like to do that with the kids one day.
Yep.
But they also have to be old enough.
But not too old. You have to find that sweet spot.
like, and is that sweet spot like late high school, college?
No, it has to be earlier.
It's got, see,
Because
I
think about when you were like 15 or 16.
I would have hated that shit.
Exactly. So I feel like we're with Carter. He's 12, and we are slowly approaching where he would
It's
still
either like
do
now
it.
or never kind
Right.
of
I
thing.
feel like after 13, they don't want anything to do with you.
I wasn't ever that way. I didn't want anything to do with my parents. I hated history.
But right.
Like that shit just was
But you
so
would
boring
have
to
been
me.
a Debbie Downer.
Totally.
And that it's not a cheap.
No.
And also you were with everyone 24/7. So
Yeah.
like everyone has to be in the same mindset. Like this is what we're doing.
That's why I was thinking like early 20s, like college.
Yeah. But
When
so you
they-
have to skip the teens, basically.
Yeah. I would do that because I think 12 years old. I had 12
But
years
then
old.
there's no guarantee if you wait that long,
if they'd still want to do it.
right? Or if
Yeah.
they're going to have the time to do it.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? So that's a gamble. Yeah, they would appreciate
If
it
I'm
more.
paying them to go to college, they're going to make the time to go on a little road trip.
Yeah,
with
but then
me.
it's like, hey, can my girlfriend go?
Yeah, bring her.
How big of an RV you getting?
Fucking real big.
The
Real
biggest.
big.
Money's not an object in this scenario.
Right.
I would pick. We would climb Mount Everest.
Really?
I don't have an interest in that.
Me neither.
For some
If
reason,
you
I
died,
think
we have to leave you there.
yeah, I know. It's a little
And
exciting.
then people would just use you as a marker.
I just for some reason I think it would be so cool to do. Do you know how it takes 2 weeks to get
Like
to the
I would
base
hike.
camp?
I would hike to base camp.
So I thought about because I actually looked it up to see how much it would be to do it. I could probably make it to the base camp.
Like right now.
Probably not right now, but I would have to
With
prepare
some training.
Yeah, you have to do some training for it. But I just think
Got
it
to
would
get
be
one
cool.
of those masks.
Yeah, I just think it would be cool to do something like that.
Yeah, no.
I'd like to hike around Ireland.
All right.
I think that would be.
I like to go hit a little white ball around Ireland.
What about now? Because I was like, golf is within the possibility of doing that stuff. So that's why I was thinking.
But a
I was
golf
trying to
trip,
think
like-
extreme, like something fucking weird.
Oh, I'd like
Why don't we
to
go
take
to
like a
Bangkok?
month.
Could you handle Bangkok?
What happened in Bangkok stays in Bangkok.
I've always just wanted to go to that crazy market and just drink the
the cobra blood.
yeah, you know,
Yeah.
just do all the stupid shit like that.
Just the Anthony Bourdain
Yeah, you know,
field trip.
I think that would be kind of fun.
Did you ever see the show where it was a guy who just went around to different places in the world and drank, like tried to like different drinks that they make are in different worlds?
David Tell's Up All Night.
Insomniac.
Insomniac, yeah.
It would be, he would go to like some village in some weird like some jungle village, and they spit into this thing and let it ferment. And then
Yeah.
he would drink.
I
It was
think I
the
remember
coolest show,
that,
and I was
yeah.
like, this is what I would like to do with my life.
Yeah. And you could do it. You could just research it and then pitch it to a television network.
Yeah, it was.
And Steve's version of that show would be like, it would be called
Go
No Thanks.
Nastics.
No Thanks. You got cranberry and vodka.
Like, this is okay, but have you ever had
Is this an
cranberry
IPA? 'Cause I ain't drinking it if it's an IPA.
Excuse me, do you have chocolate martinis?
How many
Yeah,
times do you think
you make your cranberry vodkas for these crazy tribes way deep in the woods?
That's the show. That's the show. I introduce these strange cultures to Western culture drinking and make them better.
This
Do you
is
know
called,
what Trulies are?
This is called ocean spray.
if I went around and
that could be a show.
That could be a show.
I mean, that's solid.
because okay, so I would do the thing and try, but how many times do you think I would be like,
and they would kill you for disrespecting them.
Right.
Yeah, I know.
Right. Then they would drink your blood.
Right. And then when I go on the trip, all of a sudden I'm drinking Steve's blood.
When we could have just been doing that here at the
Right.
table the entire time.
yeah. How much money would it cost for you to drink one shot of my sweat?
Oh, man.
Since we're on the topic.
But that's a fear factor.
Probably
I run
minimum.
6 miles in a plastic bag. And then,
Like, where's the sweat coming from? Like, waist up?
like
It just all gathers in a plastic bag,
Yeah,
and then
like,
you cut
just think
the
about that.
hole into a shot
Oh,
glass.
so
Yeah.
there's like butt sweat and ball sweat
I mean,
in
okay,
there.
so it's
You get to
just
filter
top
out
half.
the
It's
hair.
just top half.
Top
just
half
top
sweat.
half.
Well, I mean, it's somewhere in the six figures.
6 figures?
Six
Yeah.
figures?
Yeah. I'm not doing it for any-
$100,000
Yeah.
to do it.
I'll do it for 99.
It's just sold.
I think I would do it for like $4,000.
I've never wanted to put $4,000 together so badly.
I think I would do it for $4,000. All right. How about this? This is a good game show. All right. This is a good game show idea. All right. You take the cast of like a show where somebody's got to like live in a house or something like that.
Live in a house?
Like they all live in a house and stuff like that. And then they have to go against
Oh, sign me up.
a team that has to, go on the road. Maybe don't
Real
follow
road.
any rules.
I'd watch 20 years of that.
One of Joe's favorite shows, I think we might have said it before, is The Challenge.
Oh, it's
Are
so
you still
good.
watching it? Like,
Yeah, and I don't think a season has come out yet this year. It usually
cast members are too old.
It usually comes
Do
out
they
in the
still
spring
do
and
cast
fall.
members from Real World and Road Rules, or is it all over the
The
place?
Real
now?
World and Road Rules is no longer. Like, I don't think they've had the Road Rules has been gone for a long time. Real World's been gone for maybe just a couple years.
I
So
always
what?
said-
Do they have people from Big Brother on?
They do. They do have people from Big Brother on and other like MTV shows and stuff like that.
Do you know
Oh, like Teen
anyone
Mom?
from Big Brother?
I mean, I couldn't name many Big Brother cast members, but a girl I went to high school with was on Big Brother.
Really?
Yeah,
What's her name?
Angela Rockstar.
Is that her
is that
real
real
last
name?
name?
So
If so, never get married because you're never getting a better last name than Rockstar.
I might change my name to become
I want to be Jimmy Rockstar.
Steven Rockstar.
So I
Little
think
Stevie Rockstar.
so that's I think the story with her with her last name. So I think her first husband, like when they were getting married, neither of them had a relationship with their dads. So she was like, my last name doesn't mean much to me. He was like, my last name doesn't mean much to me either. Let's make up a new last name. And so they came up with Rockstar as their last name. And I'm they've got a couple kids together. And I think their kids' names might actually be Rockstar, but I'm not sure if Angie ever changed her name. But anyway, she went by Rockstar on Big Brother.
Wow.
She actually got voted.
I want to hear more about that story.
She got voted like Baltimore's like biggest local celebrity, like over John Waters up a handful of years ago.
Huh.
Really?
Yeah.
I know we got to wrap this episode up.
All right.
But I just realized that John's been recording this podcast with no shoes on. He's got his loafers right here.
Do you always have bare feet on my rug?
This is the first time ever. My shoes were bothering me today. I had a long day at
All
work.
right, now Soupy.
No wonder he's fucking sleepy all the time. And the entire time you've been doing this, I've been pouring chili on your toes.
So when you go upstairs, my dog is going to chase
Just
you
gonna
around.
tear it up. All right, everyone. Well, thanks for sticking with us. Follow us where we tell you to follow us every week. Call us on that number. We want to hear some prison stories. Or,
if you were on Big Brother also, give us a call.
Or in prison.
Or if you watched Big Brother in prison.
All right, for the Jim, Joe, Steve Show, my name's Joe.
I'm Jim.
And I am Steven.
Bye.